The June jobs report out tomorrow, and ahead of that, Challenger Gray and Christmas revealing layoffs soared last month to more than 32,000. It's a 57% increase from the previous month and the highest number of planned layoffs since February 2021. But there is a bit of good news for those who have been handed a pink slip. According to Axios, a website that tracks layoffs is actually being used as a recruiting tool. It includes the companies and contact information of affected workers. A separate report from the Wall Street Journal highlights laid-off workers are now announcing their cuts on social media, and that's in fact helping them get new jobs more quickly. Rochelle, the question is, would you ever feel comfortable talking about a layoff, however you want to phrase that, on social media? It used to be a sign of weakness, or why are you asking for pity? But now it's flipped. Have you ever done it?
So I've never done it, but I will say in an environment where you, as you were mentioning, where you have two jobs for every available worker, I say, why not? I'm noticing a lot more friends are being more vocal if they're being laid off or if they're struggling at work, because a closed mouth is not going to get fed. If people don't know that you're looking for a job, you're not going to find one. But when we were looking at some of the research here, it really comes down to the tone of how you announce it and whether you're bad-mouthing your former employer. We see that career coaches are advising that you should steer clear of bitterness. You should signal an appreciation for your time with your former employer and say you're excited to find a new adventure. So I think in the way that you phrase it, and throw it sort of forward-looking versus sort of, I hate where I was, I don't like it, because then the next employer is going to think you're just going to badmouth me too if we lay you off. So I would do it, though, going forward. Not that I plan on getting laid off. Yahoo, so.
Yes, you do not. You are safe, from what I hear. I am very experienced at getting laid off, have never done this, certainly have had thoughts of bashing an employer based on certain experiences, but certainly took the high road there. I think the real key here is you get a chance to script your exit. You get a chance to take control of the narrative, and to your point, scripting that as a net positive experience regardless of what happened there tells those future employers this is the type of person that we're hiring. So yeah, I think it is really powerful, but I think it's also that people are receptive right now because of the mental health issues. And when you're vulnerable, people like to reach out and like to help. Whereas I think a few years ago it was kind of a sign of weakness. I think we've evolved in terms of the mental health aspect, and that can help people reach out and want to help you.
I agree. Very important. Not to lay low at this time. This is the time to sort of reach out to your network, let people know that this is the time you actually need some support. We saw on Twitter, some people within 24 hours of saying that they got laid off also got job offers, so you never know.
But what platform? Is it LinkedIn, presumably? Because I can't imagine doing that on Instagram.
Well, these days everyone's everywhere, but I think primarily LinkedIn is the one that you want to go to.